Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today we are playing some ARK Survival Evolved Mobile Edition, guys. Now, as you can see behind me, I do have these two beautiful dire bears, one of which actually does have a health mutation on it, and they are pretty good level. So what I want to do eventually with these bears is take them up to the ice caves on this solo game, hatch or breed up a new baby and lead it inside the ice cave while it is still small, and then raise it in the ice cave as a way to kind of get through the ice cave on a creature that's a little bit more powerful than a saber or a dire wolf. So the issue being is that it's quite a long ways to the ice cave, and I don't really feel like riding both of these guys over there separately or trying to request them to me, which I could also do. I would rather carry them over with a natural method, and that is the QUETZ, guys. So I have just leveled up enough to get myself a QUETZ saddle, which I can go to somewhere here. There we go. We have just hit level 76, which means we are just now capable of learning this QUETZ saddle Ingram, which I just did. And so we're going to go ahead and craft ourselves up a QUETZ saddle and go out and tame a QUETZ today. That is the goal. We are going to do it completely solo on this single player game, and we're going to try to do it with the Griffin because that is probably the current best method to do it, unless you have dodo feathers, which I'm not sure that the dodo feathers work, but they should be pretty close. Alright, so I'm going to need some hide and silica pearls. Luckily, those things are not too very difficult to go and get, especially since I don't need very many of them. In fact, I have some hide right here. I will need to go pick up a few silica pearls, but that's plenty easy to do. I don't need very many, so just a few handfuls should do it. Where is it? Okay, so we still need a little hide and a little silica pearls, but yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and craft up this saddle, and then we're going to head out, and we are going to find ourselves a QUETZ. I'm not looking for a particularly high level. Any QUETZ will work as long as it will carry the dire bears. So I'll try to find one that's a higher level. I wouldn't like to tame a level 5, for instance, but there are probably a max of 3 on the map at any given time, and they can be difficult to find on the solo game. So I will be showing you guys where I find the QUETZ, if and when I find it, which is hopefully going to be very soon. Alright, so I will bring you guys back in a little bit when we find that QUETZ. Okay, guys, so we are back, and as you can see, there is, in fact, a QUETZ here. This QUETZ is only level 20, but the only other QUETZ I found on the map so far is a level 5 over by the red obelisk. Now, my choices here are not great, level 20 or level 5, and I didn't want to take the time to wait and see if I could get another QUETZ to spawn in, so we're just going to go ahead and try to tame this one right here. Even though it's a fairly low level, I think it'll still come out okay. It'll do the job that I want it to do, even if it's not great. It should still be a good little QUETZ, even if it is like a horrible color. It's kind of the ugliest green you can possibly get, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, it's better than level 5, and I'll take it for that. Alright. Just needs to be able to carry a bear to the ice cave relatively quickly, and we'll be fine. Alright, now hopefully we get this guy down pretty quickly. This is unfortunately not my Ascendant gun, since I did lose that a few episodes ago, and I have not yet gotten a replacement for it, but a Mastercraft is still pretty good, and as a level 20, he should go down relatively quickly. There we go, and we're getting a lot of good hits on this guy. I love QUETZ taming with a Griffin. It's funny because you actually can get the QUETZ long before you get the Griffin, but the Griffin is probably the best way to try to tame a QUETZ when you're on solo. This makes it so much easier, so I highly suggest that if you are going to try to tame a QUETZ, that you go ahead and name your solo survivor something that ends in one of the names that the Griffin has, so that you can actually tame a Griffin at level 40. So in case you don't know how that works, like the griffins have different names, and if you match the last 2 or 3 letters of those names with your survivor, the griffin will see you as family. Oh, yay, we're down. And it will, in fact, treat you as family, so it will respect you at a much earlier level than it might otherwise. All right. Beautiful. This Quetzal is officially down. There is an RG nearby, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm actually more worried about that raptor. We'll see if he comes over this way. And scorpions. So this is maybe not the best area for him to go down in, but it's certainly not the worst. And there is a stego nearby we can get prime meat from, so I might actually do that real quick. This is actually kind of a really good way to tame Quetzals, and I love it so much. So yes, if you can get yourself a griffin at level 40 and just level up stamina and speed on it, even if it's not a good griffin, you'll eventually be able to get to where you can get a Quetzal down at early levels. So as soon as you can make that saddle, you'll be able to get this guy all tamed up. Did we not get any prime off of that? That's disappointing. Okay. Cool. Well, it's only a level 20 anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself a soothing bomb here. Oof, I really need to watch more ads on this game. Been a little bit lacking on the ads lately. Okay. And now we'll just go ahead and grab a bunch of meat. I probably don't need a ton, but some for sure. And since it's only level 20, it should tame up very, very quickly. Let's see here. Perfect. Yes, so it'll only take 5 bites, so it won't take long at all. Now, the stamina is pretty poor, and the weight is pretty poor, as I expected. It does have a low oxygen stat, which is nice. Actually, for this level, these are not bad stats. I'm actually a little bit impressed by these stats at this level, so I'm pleased. And once we start putting levels into him as well, that is certainly going to help. And, of course, we'll put a collar on it, so he'll have a little bit more speed, possibly a little bit more weight. I'll kind of figure out what collar I want to put on him for that. But yeah, guys, this is the Quetzal that we are going to tame up. I will bring you guys back when it is awake and ready to fly around and test out. So that is solo Quetzal taming with a griffin, probably the easiest Quetzal taming method that there is. And I highly recommend it for anybody who's starting out on a solo game. Get a griffin first, then a Quetzal. Trust me. All right, so I will see you guys in just a few minutes here. Okay, guys, so we are back. This Quetzal's just about to take its last bite. It does still have 100% effectiveness, which is awesome. Nothing has come to attack us. Whoop, there we go. All right. So our Quetzal is up, and it's not the best color in the world, but it is a beautiful Quetzal. Okay, no, it's hideous. It's terrible, but it is. It does have pretty decent health, which I didn't super care about. It did get a good roll on the melee. It got no extra stamina and only a little bit of extra weight, which is a little disappointing. We definitely could have gotten better stats on this, but not bad. Definitely not the worst that it's ever been. So I'm going to go ahead and have Red Mommy here follow me while we take this Quetzal out for a spin and start leveling it up, because I really want to test this guy out. I really want to basically get some levels on it so that we can get some stamina pumped in, because stamina and speed are going to be super important in getting everything together. It is unfortunately nighttime, but I believe I have bright night on so that you guys can see that a little bit better. Now, what I really love about Quetzals is that you can pick up pretty much anything. Yes, I love it. I love it so, so much. That is probably the best part about them, is that you can pick up all of these creatures that you really just maybe don't want to tame out in the wild. Like, look at this. We've got ourselves a Theory here. It's hanging out. Alright. Be free. I love it. I love it so much. This is going to make it so much easier to get the bears over to the ice cave. Since we are actually pretty short on time. Like, this was a very quick tame. We might actually go ahead and do that today and do the little bit of bear breeding so that we can get that bear incubating and ready to hatch up when we can. It is a bit of a long flight, but I think it's going to be worth it. Alright, let's go ahead, fly over this way. We'll head towards the hidden lake and do that. I do think I'm going to equip a gold collar on this guy for now. I'll probably borrow it from the griffin just to kind of make sure that we have as much speed and stamina as we can get even at these really low levels. Now, it's unfortunate because it's actually really hard to level a Quetzal because they're not very strong. So it does take a lot of time to kill creatures with them, which is a bit of a problem in terms of getting levels on them quickly. You kind of have to just be patient and wait for those levels to come naturally, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. Alright, we're going to have to land for stamina here. This is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. The stamina is not the worst. We can definitely get a good chunk of the ways across the map. Definitely find ourselves safe places to sit and wait, so I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's not the prettiest Quetzal, as I've been saying the whole time, but I don't mind it, I think. And obviously I will be keeping an eye out, and if we find a better Quetzal at any point, I will be taming that up just as a replacement. Hopefully I'll find a good high-level female that we can then maybe get an imprinted Quetzal from, although I'm afraid to try to raise a Quetzal on the solo game. That could be kind of an issue. They do have a very long growth period. Even with boosted rates, the solo game, it's just hard to keep it open all the time, and so it is very difficult to raise creatures and imprint them. It was hard enough trying to take care of the bear and get that raised up quickly. It did take quite some time of leaving the game open, so I can only imagine how much worse a Quetzal or a griffin baby would be. Alright, we're getting close-ish. Alright, I don't know, it's not as slow as I feared. Like, they are slow, obviously, especially compared to a griffin, but Quetzals they're so nice. Like, once you have one, they are absolutely amazing, and I'm really, really glad that the devs introduced the griffin so that we could actually tame them quite a bit easier, because before the griffins, my preferred method of taming a Quetzal was, in fact, to kill it and then revive it at a revival platform in a trap. That was probably the most efficient way to tame a Quetzal. And where is the hidden lake? I am very turned around right now. It's probably over here. I see space in the trees. Yes, there we go. Was wondering where my base had gone. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and land over here, put the collar on, and then we will start carrying the bears over, and we'll go ahead and breed up another baby bear, hopefully one that inherits the health mutation. That would be the best possible outcome. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop everybody, because I forgot the Quetzal was following me, and we'll take the gold collar. Oh no, we can't. What? Oh, that's not good. Okay. I didn't realize they hadn't fixed that bug yet, that you can't unequip collars, so that's going to be a little bit slower of a trip. It doesn't stop anything from happening, but it is kind of a pain to... It's kind of a pain just because we're going to be a little slower, and we're not going to have as much stamina, so we'll probably have to stop a little more often. But essentially, I need to take both of these bears over to the cave to breed them up there, or actually I could breed them up here. Let's do that. I'm going to breed them up here and then just take the mother over so that I'm not carrying, not making two trips, essentially. Cool. Let's go ahead and grab you. Bring you up just like this. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and put these guys on Wander. Get a little bit of a pregnant bear here. You can also do this cave with, I think aloes will fit inside the ice cave for most of it. So if you do have aloes, you can breed up aloe eggs. I just prefer bears because they're a little bit smaller and a little bit tankier in my opinion. They do a lot more damage, and so I prefer to use dire bears in the ice cave. Now, I haven't done this on mobile yet, I have, of course, done this on PC before, and it works really, really well. So hopefully everything works out here, and we'll actually get ourselves a pretty good baby bear. All right, this is going to take a minute. I will bring you guys back once these guys have finished breeding up. Okay, so this is now all done. The bears are ready. We're going to have to take this dire bear over. Wow, she is gestating quickly. But we do have a little bit of time before this bear hatches up, which will be just enough, I think, to carry her over there with our brand new Quetzal. And yeah, guys, if you have name suggestions for this Quetzal, please do leave them in the video comments down below. I really would like some good name suggestions for this guy. See if you can find a nice way to describe his color. That would be kind of cool, because currently his color looks pretty bad to me, but that's just me, so who knows. All right, we're going to go ahead and head over here. Oh, man, I'm so excited. This has been quite a few weeks in the making here, me trying to prep for running this ice cave. I've been basically trying to think of all of the things that I would need. I did get the bears. I got a health mutated bear, and now it's just a matter of hoping that that health mutation sticks in the baby that we are breeding up right now, as well as hoping, well, not hoping, but making sure that we had a Quetzal that was capable of carrying this bear over there. I think that's obviously the easiest way to do it. I could have requested the bear. It just would not have been as much fun. But if you are into a quicker way to get a creature somewhere, obviously on the solo game, you can request a creature to you and they will teleport to your current location. So I could have just gone and stood in the ice cave or next to the ice cave and requested the bear to me, which probably would have been more efficient. Actually, I don't think you can, but I wonder if you can request a creature to you directly inside the cave, because that would open up a whole world of possibilities without having to raise a baby in the cave itself. Now, I haven't tried that, so I don't know if that works, but that would be kind of interesting. So we might have to test that out. I'm gonna run out of stamina right here. Yep. It's alright. There's only a few dangerous things in the area. Actually. Yeah, we might be okay. We might actually be okay. There's only like a couple of sabers. We do have this bear, obviously, which is pretty good. Nope, I think we're okay. Cool, so we just need to wait for this stam to regen, which is, of course, very, very slow on a Quetzal, but it is what it is. Alright, still, we made it pretty far. I think we'll only need one more round to actually get all the way over to the cave. So that's definitely pretty good for having not much stamina on a creature like this, especially at this level. So I'm pretty pleased with how all of this worked out. Alright. This is quite the flight, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys back in about, I don't know, a minute when we get over there. It won't be very long. So I'll see you guys at the entrance to the ice cave. Okay, guys, we're back. Actually, our Quetzal does have a level up, so I'm going to go ahead and level up just a little bit of stamina here. Would rather have 1k stamina before I start worrying too much about speed. We do have 19 minutes left before this baby hatches up, so I'm actually going to go ahead and kill these wolves, because they are very much in the way. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, that's a 150 rhino. Oh, it feels bad. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill it. It feels bad. It's a max level. Ugh. That's the worst. That's honestly the worst. I do like rhinos, and so I'm actually very upset that that I had to kill that 150. I probably could have tried to grab the implant, now that I think about it. I did already eat the corpse. That's so frustrating. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get this bear inside this cave a little bit. I believe they get stuck right around... Whoop. Ooh, very glitchy. Where is it? Right around here? Actually, can we ride a bear all the way in? Oh boy. Okay, these are high-level wolves. That's one down. I love the knockback. The knockback is great. Okay, didn't realize I could just walk this bear in here. Gonna see how far I can take it, actually. I think it gets stuck somewhere. Yes, here. Okay, so this is the area where it gets stuck. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this bear here for now. It's not too bad. As you can see, I was able to pretty easily kill off this wolf, and then the other wolf is now floating in the water down there and won't be too much of a pain for anybody, which is handy for me. I wonder if I can hit it without falling. I really don't want to fall down there. Nope. Cool. Perfect. So, yep. I think, guys, that actually may do it for today's episode, because we've done everything we set out to do. We tamed the Quetzal, which is absolutely amazing. We now do have this dire bear here in the cave. It is gestating, and so we will have a baby bear very, very soon. I will probably make that the next episode, where we birth this baby up, start imprinting it as we walk it through here into the main section of the cave. And yeah, we're going to basically raise it right here, because there's a lot of bad stuff down there, including yetis, which I can see. So I don't want to go in too far before we get this all started up. But yeah, I'm super excited, guys. This is going to be absolutely amazing, trying to do this cave solo on a bear. And I'm hoping everything works out really, really well. So, yeah, guys, if you did find yourself enjoying this episode at any point, please do remember to hit that like button, guys, because it seriously helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, if you want to see us run the ice cave with a dire bear, you can, of course, subscribe. I will catch you all in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.